come in, fine side of the comb comes right into the root, fingers come behind the comb, fingertip to first knuckle, moving out on the right knee, and we're going to actually use that top length as a guide. See the way we have a little bit of length there? Right? That length of the crown to me is actually a really nice guide, so we're going to use that. So we're looking to hold on to as much length as we possibly can here with Kaki's hair, to be honest. Because we're pushing 1 into 2, okay? Pushing 1 into 2. Which means that horizontally, the shape is becoming round. So I'm still making sure that I'm controlling the root the whole way down. Okay, everything I do is based on where the root has come to. Okay, so all I'm doing is studying where the hair is moving to before I cut it. Okay, that for me is the most important part. So now there's 2 is moving into number 3, 3 and 4. Okay, keeping everything clean, keeping everything 2 fingers width per section.
A middle split or profile or center parting right from the center of that diamond section. All that does is just follows into the natural growth pattern at the back here. We see this here? I just groom it all off to the side there for one little sec, we can see. All this does is follow the actual crown area, and I split it right down the middle of where the crown is naturally. So again, I'm following the growth pattern of the hair. Away from the top, then past the contour, all right? What we're gonna do now is just separate it out from the section that we haven't cut just yet. We over direct it again, guys, back to previous. We're only going to over direct it back to our previous section. Bring it on straight on out, and then what you will notice as you work up the section is that less hair will come off. So I'm still over directing. Step left. Coming on to the flat part now, we step left and we elevate. We elevate everything on up. Last little bit, elevating everything right on up. Step left, ensure that the cut line comes nice and round. What we've actually successfully achieved at the same time is actually connecting it on into my layer at the top, i.e. achieving both a layer and graduation at the same time and connecting it in while we're at it. So we see a nice little triangular shape here. You see that nice little gradual increase in length from bottom to top. And there we have one side pretty much done in comparison to the other side that we have yet to complete. This one here. You can see how very, very long and dense and heavy this side is in comparison to the other side that we've done.
So, section number 1, just gonna run from the side all the way through to the back. And then we're gonna use a clip above that just to keep everything nice and clean. There's the guide. Okay, and we're essentially just following the head shape round horizontally. So we're going to pull section 2 down to section number 1, and we're just going to over direct back to previous the whole way through here, guys. So basically what's going to happen is vertically, the sections or the shape is going to become actually somewhat triangular, and as we work horizontally round with the cutting line, we're going to be still slimming the shape horizontally as well, and connecting straight into the back like so. So the shape is something like this: round horizontally, triangular vertically. So I'm over directing back to previous each time. 2 is coming to 1, 3 to 2, 4 to 3, and so on. Next section. Keeping everything nice and clean, clipping up the sections above each time, which gives me nice control over the sections below it. There's my guide. Okay, I'll redirect them back to previous each time.
Alright, so we're just taking our guide from the middle and just working a nice little triangular line right to the front by way of point cutting. The reason is we don't want to remove a lot of weight in this area. Alright, we just want to refresh the shape that is already there. Okay, so take the section on up. So guide, all we're going to do is point cut this little line on in. This is where we graduated and connected it. This is where we left this connected. All we want to do is just slightly connect the two together. You can see, guys, just how naturally everything's starting to sit together a little bit better now. Top and the sides. All we need to do now is put our 3 into the back and sides, little taper here and here, and it's going to sit really, really nice.
We're going to take a nice clean diagonal section right through the face, leading into the side. Now what we're going to do is build this length from the middle out. Okay, I'm pulling the hair down. Okay, I'm not using massive tension here because the hair is quite curly and I do want the hair to sit as naturally as possible. Okay, so I'm looking for where the hair potentially will bounce after it's being cut. Two comes to one. Once I find the guide, okay, the finger razor comes in over the top. And we just use it to simply feather out the length around the front.
Okay, same motion, guys. We're looking to remove a little bit of weight in this instance. I'm going to bring the zero line to about here, guys. All right, not too high, not too excessive. Again, notice how the zero line in this, guys, is slightly diagonal. We have the number 2 in play. I'm going to work down with our transition right underneath the number 2. Okay, once that's in place, I'll go in then with the one open right underneath it. Then the one closed. Okay, 0.5. And then lastly the 0. Notice, guys, how the strokes of the clipper get shorter and shorter the further down the guards that we go. Notice how the 0 is more or less just pretty much using the corner of it. Once I have the taper in place, then I can go in to actually shape up. Once the shape up is complete, then I can actually refine it then.
So our sections are going to come from the center point and they're going to pivot all the way around until we hit the contour. Okay, there's our guide from the other side. And 1 is coming to 2 here, by the way, guys. So horizontally, I'm looking to create something a little bit more round, okay, as opposed to square. So, guys, let's walk through the haircut. We started off in the back, didn't we? We started off in the back panel. We took a section right behind the ear, which gave us the corner as part of the back. The reason Jake said we wanted the corner in the back is because we wanted to follow that corner round. If we want to create something horizontally round, we use the head to our advantage. The head is a round surface, so we simply follow the head shape round. The cutting line controlled the shape vertically, square, the elevation, and the numerics controlled the shape round horizontally. Once we finished in the back, we then moved into the sides, where we took horizontal sections moving forward, and we simply connected from the round guide in the back through to the sides. The cutting line was round horizontally. The over direction back to previous created a slightly triangular shape vertically. Okay, so we had a little bit of weight in here. Through the top, we actually started on the external shape first, so we got our guide from the focal point. And then we used pivoting sections from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we created something that was reverse triangular, so shorter at the front, longer towards the back. And we can see that length at the back giving us a little bit of movement, can't we? And it lays on top of the front.
So that's what we did. Diagonal sections working through the right hand side all the way into the back. Exact same on the left. Alright, all we did then was point cut through the top, just to connect that back in. You can see how harmonious the shape is, yeah? See how the top just sits really, really nice. Along with this little kind of, if you like, support frame or pillow, alright? Little 3 in the back and sides, little taper on the ends, to kind of freshen it up and give that nice little bit of fresh appeal, yeah? Always cool to do something like that.